Hello everyone, how is it going today? And in this video, we will see how to troubleshoot Windows Server or Windows Client Machine microphone problems or issues. So this is pretty simple video. So what happens is recently I created one Azure VM, and when I RDP that particular Windows Server 2019 Azure VM, I was not able to, record or give mic input, microphone input for this machine. Okay. In this video, already I have resolved the issue, but this was the actual VM where I was having problem, and I will show you how I resolved it within a minute. But before that, if you're trying to, record some videos in your virtual machine RDP, you have RDP'd that particular virtual machine, and sometimes you can't see this particular mic or microphone working. Okay, so no matter what device you plug in, where you try to do it RDP, it's all over the same. So that is the reason there was problem with the RDP itself. I'll show you, not with the RDP, the Windows Server machine itself. I'll show you within a minute. But before that, what I'm trying to explain here is, no matter what problems you have in your RDP microphone issues, you can follow all these simple steps to troubleshoot this, and I'm pretty sure it will resolve your issues because I'm struggling with this, past 1 month, and finally there was just one simple thing which I changed and it made it work. Okay, so I'll show you that. So before that, as I told, I was looking for some of the articles and videos over YouTube and articles on Google and Bing search, but I was not able to find anything specific to this. But the one document which was helpful was this one. I'll put this document in the chat as well, and I'll show you in this video how did I troubleshoot this. Also, if you want, I have created one complete blog post on this, how I managed to resolve this. Okay, so let's start the video. So first thing, when you do RDP, okay, remote session desktop, you can say, or when you are RDP some machine, when you try to RDP that particular machine, your main machines, wherever your physical headset or microphone is connected, from there it will be redirected to your RDP machine. Okay, so what happens is when you try to RDP, I'll show you this option as well. So what you will do is directly you will come here, you will give the IP randomly, will sorry, I'll put some random IPs, and you do RDP with your machine. So you get the IP. Okay, once giving the IP, you will just directly hit connect, but we should not do this. Okay, most of the time this settings will be default when you download the RDP file, but when you try to do using RDP application, then it will not work. Okay, so make sure there is an option called advanced option. Okay, probably if you're watching this video, you already, I think so, you have already done this, then you can skip this, or you can just watch for for future purpose or something you have missed. Okay, so first you have to click on advanced. Okay, once here you can see that show options. Once you hit options, make sure you go to local resource. Under local resource, you will find two things: the remote audio, and the second one is local device and resource. So make sure you click on remote audio, and once you click on once you click on remote audio, make sure your remote audio playback should be play on this device, and your remote audio recording should be record from this computer. Okay, so whatever is your main computer and you are trying to RDP, okay, make sure wherever is your physical device connected, from there you select this option. Okay, so in my case I have selected this both options, and I'll hit okay. So this is the first setting which I will suggest. Second thing is, as I told, local device and resource, you have to come here more and make sure you select this option, check this option where it says ports, drives and other supported plug and play PNP device. So you can just ignore this drives and port. It is port is mandatory, but drives you can ignore, it is not that mandatory. But for future purpose, I'll say you select everything. Okay, it is not going to impact, but in future if you have some other problem, that will also resolve. But make sure this, the last option where it says other supported plug and play device, PNP device, must be checked. Okay, so this is the main thing which I will suggest. So once this is done, hit OK and go to general, give your IP or whatever workspace URL you have, and try to connect to your machine using RDP. Okay, once you connect and try to use your microphone or try to do something, do video call, audio call or anything, we have similar other tools as well where you can check mic test. Okay, and if even though it did not fix your issue, then we have to RDP to machine. Okay, once you RDP to this particular machine, now within that machine what changes you have to make, that I will show you now. Okay, so suppose now I am RDP, I have done RDP to this machine. Okay, once I did the RDP, so this document was helpful as I told. So first thing which you have to do is open your group policy editor. Okay, so this is group policy management. So group policy management is for your complete organization. If it is domain joined machine, so make sure you know something globally, something is not set for your remote desktop settings and all. That is the reason. And if you have workspace or you know your individual machine, in my case this is work group machine, so it is not joined to any domain. So if it is not joined to any domain, you can just type gp edit. Okay, so this will edit you know group policies for your local machine, and I'll show you what changes you have to make here. So once you hit this RDP, you go to administrative templates. Under that you will find Windows component. Click on that, expand that, and under this, let me put this window a bit right side, and under this you will find remote desktop services, and under remote desktop services you will find remote desktop session host. This is the one. So under this we have to click on device and resource redirection. Once you click that, so here we have couple of options as you can see. So make sure you know the second and third, no worries about the you know order of this, how it is being displayed. Make sure allow audio and video playback redirection is enabled, allow audio recording redirection is enabled, and do not allow support plug and play device redirection is disabled. Okay, so these three is mandatory. I will suggest you know to enable or disable this as it is there in my screen. Okay, so you have to just double click. In your case it will be not configured, make sure you enable it and hit apply. Okay, so all these three things you have to do similar to my screen, whatever you see on my screen. Okay, once this is done, what you have to do is you have to come here and you have to type this particular command. Okay, what it does is as you can see we made some changes in our group policy editor. Okay, and if it is domain join or if there is some kind of delay in applying the group policy, probably generally it will happen when it comes to Windows Server or AD join machine. So that is the reason we are saying that update the policy immediately. Whatever changes will be there, it will immediately take effect. Okay, so you just type gp update slash force and it will update the policy, and then you can go and check your microphone is whether it is working or not by using some application, or even you can browse some third-party tool or third-party website to check your microphone or mic setting. Okay, this is the second thing. And suppose if you did not fix it, try to restart the machine once, because you made so many changes. Try to restart it, and even after restarting it did not fix the issue, then we'll go to our third step, that is you can see a device manager. Okay, so what you have to do, no matter you are in Windows machine, Windows client machine, Windows server machine, in my case I'm in server machine, so you just search for device manager. Once you search for device manager, you will get this option. As you can see we have HV, and under HV this is my machine name, host name, and under this you can see remote audio. So one is for our mic, one is for our remote audio, that is you can say like a speaker. So once this is done, make sure you go here and you know disable or enable, try to check that. Update the drivers, you can do that as well. So you have to try a couple of options here. Also you can go with scan for hardware changes. If there is some kind of glitch, and that will also clear it out. So all these three options you have to try and check it out. And also you can go to properties and you can check all the details about the drivers. Is there any kind of new update or something has been you know blocking, it will show you here. But probably this will not cause any of the issue. Suppose if your driver is not up to date and there is some problem in the driver, it will show you like this. Okay, unknown device, or you know you can see this small yellow icon here. So probably this will not affect anything. But when it comes to the same thing, if you see here in the remote audio is for speaker, remote audio for microphone, this will generally one of the major reason to you know not proper functioning of your microphone or speakers. Okay, so make sure you update this driver, and if you don't have you download it from website, you already will be familiar how to download the you know drivers and all. So this is third thing. And even if it did not fix your issue, then what you have to do is, in my case I tried everything, I tried gp policy, I did everything, it didn't work out. The last thing which I did is, okay, so if you search for your microphone, go to your Windows search bar, search for microphone setup, microphone privacy settings. Anything is fine. I will click on microphone privacy settings, and here you should make sure allow access to microphone on this device. You hit change and make sure this button is toggled on. Okay, microphone access for this device is on. In my case, what happens is, in my case it was enabled, but the major thing was allow apps to access this microphone. This was turned off. Okay, as you can see here, allow apps to access your microphone, this was turned off. That is the reason I was not able to record or speak anything in my mic. I mean to say, on my physical device it is working, but the remote desktop, it was not working as expected. As I told you earlier, not even a single vocals is being recorded. Okay, so this is the 3 4 things which you have to try if your audio or microphone is not working in remote desktop. Okay, I was talking about specifically for remote desktop. We call it as remote audio. If you see here speaker, it is saying remote audio, so we can't do any changes here, we can't do any settings here. But probably these are the few settings which you can change. You should come under microphone and you should make sure this options has been toggled on. Okay, so you just on this, you just toggle on this, and your microphone will start working. And if you want to further check for this, in my case it started working, you can just go click on sound or control panel, anything is fine, both will give you this option. Once you hit sound, as you can see my device, here also you can do some couple of settings or change some configuration. And if you go to recording, here also as you can see my earphone is working or microphone is working. That is the reason you can see here some ups and downs of the vocals, or you can say this graph. That is the reason. And here also, if you want, you can do some settings and play around with it, so that sometimes Windows will function differently. That is the reason why I'm saying. So this will also one of the reasons. So probably I'm hoping that after making these 3 changes, all your issues or problems will get fixed. And if you have any further questions or doubt, you can just comment it down. I'll just take it forward. I hope this video was helpful, and if you like this video, please like it and subscribe it, and I'll see you in next video with another Windows tips and tricks.